Alright everyone, welcome back to Distant Star Cares Play Live 2018. We are here with SloaTheDemon, going to be playing some Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
What's going on, everybody? Alright.
And you can start whenever you're ready.
Alright. So, real quick, just give my quick introduction. I'm SloaTheDemon. This is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. So, something a little bit differently with Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep is the fact that most Kingdom Hearts start on yes to confirming all the settings for most Kingdom Hearts, but Birth by Sleep is a little bit different. So instead of just timing this little part right here, this whole little cutscene here, instead we decided that we're going to say yes on Terra, on whichever character we're playing. So timing is going to start right here when right as I say yes, I'm playing in Terra. So I will count down in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so just a little bit here. This is orbs. This is probably the most reset heavy part of most runs for PB attempts. This and the next part that's coming up. Mainly because orbs are very, very inconsistent. They're being nice today, right now. I guess I have this infamous thing of having really crap luck in PB attempts, but having awesome luck in marathons. So just one of those marathon things, I guess. Okay. I'm just floating. Okay, he didn't go very far though. Alright, so real quick, this is a good time to go ahead and talk about the command deck and how we're pretty much going to break the entire game with this set command deck. And wow, that was really good orbs. So pretty much the command deck is kind of all your abilities and stuff like that, you know, from the original Kingdom Hearts, such as items, magic, any attacks such as, you know, Zentetsuken, Arc, stuff like that, etc., etc. And we're pretty much going to be just breaking the entire game wide open by just using very broken abilities. So real quick, we're going to be heading over here to Enchanted Dominion. This is the only orb we can go with right at the beginning here. Also, we're going to be skipping cutscenes, you know, speedrun. That's a pretty obvious thing. So right here, we're also going to be getting what's called dimensional links. That's what that tutorial before was about. So we're going to be real quick trying to get level 1 on... okay. We're trying to get level 1 on Ventus here. If I don't get it during this fight, don't worry, I have a backup save, so it's not the end of the world. But we really want it in this first fight, or else we're going to, because the level 1, getting the level 1 or even level 2 is RNG based. So we're pretty much having to just hope we get it off of one of these guys here. And looks like we're not getting it, unfortunately. That's okay. Yeah, I just have to save just to make sure we're not going to be sitting here forever trying to grind on... Because there's another area that we can grind for it if we don't get it. So... But I do have a backup save in case we don't get it. Does not look like we got it. Okay, so... real quick, I'm going to reset. I'm going to load up a save that's literally just right after this fight. Oh, that's not what I meant to click. There it is. This is literally right after that fight. You only miss a cutscene that we're going to skip anyway. So if this does PB though, unfortunately this run will be invalid. That's unfortunate. So this is literally right after it. Right after that fight. But this one actually does already have the Ventus drop. And the reason why we really need that Ventus drop is for a couple of battles that are coming up. So real quick over here, we're going to be picking up this chest because we need the zero gravity to meld some commands. That's another thing in this. I was talking about when I was talking about making commands and stuff like that. We're going to be making a lot of different commands that are going to pretty much break the game. We need zero gravity to make Binding Strike. And Binding Strike is eventually going to be what we're going to use to make what's called Fire Surges. So real quick, we're just going to go this way. It's just pretty much movement, not really much to talk about. Coming up is the first boss fight of the game. So this guy is very notorious. Is another very notorious boss for kind of just being very trolly. So we'll see how he treats me today. So we want. Okay, I messed that up already, and my controller is about to die. Alright, I'm gonna pause. Where's the thing? Okay. Apparently, I should have charged this before I. That's okay. Okay, just want to make sure it doesn't die during the run. Alright, so what we're looking to try and do here is try and stun him like that, but he has a certain point where he'll go into his next phase, which this is phase 2. He'll always go for this charge first, and then from there it's RNG what he does. We want him to do pretty much what he's doing right there. That wasn't a horrible boss fight. It could have been better, but I'm not gonna complain. Mainly because I messed up right at the beginning of it, so I can't really complain too much. All right, so right here we're going to be going over to Castle of Dreams. We're not going to be going to Enchanted Woodlands yet, or the Dwarf Woodlands yet, which as the game kind of intrudes, it kind of recommends us to go there first, but we're not going to go there first. We're going to go to Castle of Dreams next. Real quick, we're going to go ahead and put that zero gravity I add, because we're going to go right into another force battle right here. So right here, we're going to try and attempt to get level 2 on Aqua here. We may or may not get it. We'll see. Yeah, it's just a lot of grinding. Not really much to talk about. So if you guys have any questions or if there's any donations or anything like that, this is probably the best time to talk. Go ahead and do them. Oh my goodness, I did not realize I had the finisher, so I wouldn't have done that. I am not getting this drop. This is not good. Looks like I got a pulsing crystal, which is not bad. Also, the certain crystals we get are important for the run. We need them to make certain abilities like support abilities that will go on our commands. We need shimmering crystals, most importantly for fire boosts. Mainly because we're going to be, like I said before, we're going to be going for fire surges, and I just missed that order. That's unfortunate, because that means now Cinderella's not going to move, because if there's any of these unversed, these are not heartless, these are unversed. They are two different things. And she'll just sit there for like 20 to 30 seconds or something like that and just not move. So pretty much, oh, come on, why is the camera doing this, man? I'm trying to kill the stupid flood. Oh my goodness, this game is not being nice today. But we're pretty much wanting to get critical impact just because it's critical impact just does a lot of damage, as you see. That's another thing I didn't talk about was the command styles. Once you do if you use certain abilities and stuff like that, or certain commands and stuff like that, you'll get certain command styles. So instead, with these certain command styles, you'll be able to pretty much have certain things, such as like critical impact. There are different ones for different, depending on which types of styles you do. Hold on, my freaking Word came undone. This is a professional speedrun, by the way. Alright, so I'm trying to make sure I get as many of these kills as we can. Can you guys stop throwing my... I'm trying to like go for a certain one, just it keeps locking my camera onto the unverse that is going after her. It's throwing me off. Oh my goodness, I am not getting... Oh my goodness. These guys... Okay. So this is... Yeah, escort here is... pretty much... like everyone's worst part of the game. A lot of people really... like a lot of runners really hate this. I am no exception. I absolutely hate this, mainly because it all comes down to just how the unverse just decide if they decide they want to like just troll you and get away like they did right there. So that was a really bad. It was like a really bad. That's okay. All right, so. Okay. So it's actually faster to use sliding dash there to get over that there, but I just wasn't thinking about it. Alright, so we're gonna come over here. And so we're gonna pick up this thunder over here. We need this thunder. And this is the next boss we need the Ventus dealing drop for. As you saw, we were attacking really fast with the last boss. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole reason we need the Ventus drop, is because the strats just evolve around attacking really fast with Ven. Also, these instruments can just really troll you. That's another thing that can happen. Okay, we got him past phase 2. Okay. Okay, so in phase 2, he'll do a lot of jumping. I can never time it right. Okay, solid boss fight at least. Wait. Alright, so. Alright, so now we are on to Dwarf Woodlands, where we get to kind of a couple of cool sequence breaks. Kingdom Hearts is not very well known for their sequence breaks, so this is kind of a cool trick in the game. You just literally just jump and then shot lock. So Terra's default shot lock is called Shadow Step. It's pretty much where you just kind of, when you shot lock onto something, then you just kind of dash towards it. Which kind of allows us to kind of do crazy things like that, as you saw. Okay, apparently can't go up these steps. That's okay. So over here, there's this little bush. They just didn't. I guess they didn't realize they made the bush too big. So you can get up there, and then you can just kind of slide dash over there. And the stream died for some reason. Okay, so we're just gonna sell these real quick. Oops, and forgetting to buy. So we need to buy 6 fires, 1 arrow, 1 zero gravity. I don't need the pulsing crystal here. HP boost, nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, smoothing. Oh, smoothing. Okay, get the drop, please. Snap. Okay, we're back. Okay. Promise you didn't miss that much. So pretty much, I just had to do the Dwarven Woodland force fight there. So the force fight, we do grind with aquas. We thankfully got level 2 in there. We got both level 1 and level 2, which is pretty rare to get. I very rarely see that happening. That means we don't have to do an extra menu after raiding Guardian's force fight. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna be doing the Woodlands boss fight. So there is a possible one cycle that you can do here, but I kind of suck at it. So we'll see if I can pull it off though. Just for the marathon. Oh, I didn't get it. Well, I didn't get. Correction, I didn't get the command I was supposed to. Okay. At least I got good RNG though. Where you at there? Oh, what the heck? I noticed I had that already. Where's he at? So this is like actually the worst possible RNG he can give you. I might have already passed him. It's really hard to tell if you passed him or not. Looking for a smiley face. There he is. There's a smug look on his face. There he is. Oh, and he ended it right after. Can you not? How did I go right past him? Where did he go? What? Okay, this is a really bad boss fight now. I missed him. There it is. Okay, that was really bad. Yeah, Magic Mirror is not bad. At least in the speedrunning is not that bad. But yeah, like I apparently got level 2 or level 3 or something on my. So getting max finisher, I got the max finisher on my my shot lock, so it threw me off. That's why I kind of like sat there for a little while, and that's why it kind of messed me up. But okay, so we're gonna pick up this cure. We need this cure, and we're gonna do like a little mini menu here. That's another thing we missed. The menu. I did menu in some fires, and I menued in the fires because we need them. We need pretty much fires to make fire surges later down the road. And right here, we're just doing another little menu here because we need to pretty much set up most of our commands for the rest of the game. And we also are going to be using Treasure Trove for most of the game too. All the way up till we get to Olympus. Once we get to Olympus, when we finish Olympus, we're going to be swapping to the Keyblade after that one. Okay. So here we're going to what's known as the Wasteland, which will later be known as the Keyblade Graveyard. Which, if anyone's played this, obviously knows that that's the end game. Which is actually arguably one of the hardest parts of the run. I forgot to do the D-Link. Oh my God. I always forget because I very rarely have it. That's okay. It just means this fight's going to be a little bit slower. It's not the end of the world. Also, mine squares are pretty good. Just saying. Okay. Where's my Magnear? Oh my goodness, I couldn't find Magnear. But yeah, this is a very long. This one's actually the. I'm pretty sure it's the longest of the forced fights. Okay. I need to be careful here. I do not want to. Okay. My SP. Alright, so that, we actually want level 1 Aqua because her level 1 finisher is very good for clearing out with Magneira. So, as I was talking about before, we need shimmering crystals. This one has a shimmering. This has a shimmering crystal right here, so we're gonna open it real quick. We're gonna go ahead and skip this, and then we're gonna do yet again another menu. We're gonna go ahead and do some melts. We melted a Fire Strike. Unfortunately, you guys missed that because of the drop. We only got so we did not get. We unfortunately did not get another shimmering crystal. That's okay though. We do not need to kill these. Okay, so if the D-Link, if you see at the bottom there, if we're missing D-Link, we're missing any D-Link, then we can't use our dimensional links. So you do have to watch that. And pretty much right there, what I just did right there is pretty much what we're going to be doing for any grinds ever. So pretty much just get used to listening to that. To this right here, pretty much just listening to Gather and Thunder. God dang it, I missed it. Pixel off, man. Feels bad, man. Man, I did that like all yesterday. I got it. I got that perfectly all yesterday. All the runs I did for like 10 hours, and I do it in a run, and I miss it by a pixel. Feels bad, man. Oh, dude, I actually forgot. There was actually supposed to be a menu I was supposed to do. Oh, that's not good, actually. That's not good. That's okay. Actually, that's not actually that bad. It could be much worse. Yeah, I was like. I can't do it. I can't do it right now. Okay. Oh, and I actually put it out early. Too early. That's okay. Ah! Okay, it's stun locked by even. Okay. You might need it a little bit more there. Nope, we're good. Okay. Alright, so this is Trinity armor. This is the main reason why we wanted or needed, we pretty much needed needed fire boost. Well, not one of the, well, this is one of the reasons. Fire boost is just very good since we're going for fire surges in the run. Okay. Oh, and due to the fact that we have flame salvo. Looks like I have to assume that the arms must have took most of that blunt of that damage, because the legs just had like no damage there. Alright, yeah, okay. Wow, okay. That sometimes happens. If it does, it's fine. It's actually a little bit faster. If both arms and legs die. You just prefer them not to. Because you kind of need them taking... Because you want to be able to take a few beatings. And if both of them die, that means you can't get as much HP. Oops. Oh, okay, that was awkward. The head is obviously probably the hardest part to kill. Mainly because it just moves around a lot. Okay, and it shoots out a lot of projectiles. That's another thing. Alright, that wasn't horrible. Could have been much better, for sure. And my charger, my okay, so yeah, so there's a cool trick you can do with D-Link, but we need the D-Link. I don't want to have to grind for extra D-Link, but you can use the D-Link to kind of drop to the floor quickly, which is kind of an interesting game mechanic of the game. Interesting game mechanic. I can't speak today. Okay, I need to be selling some stuff. Let me sell this. Sell the bind and sell the stop. And we need to buy one binding strike and 3 magnets. Real quick, we're gonna make these. We're gonna put combine our sliding dash, the 0 gravity, fusion strike with a finishing boost. We're just gonna put that on real quick. We're gonna equip this, and then we're gonna equip the 3 magnets we just bought. So we can just, and we're gonna be, this right here is like pretty much the big grind part of the game. We're just gonna be using Appa's D-Link, doing Magnera, Thundera, Finisher, Revert. We're pretty much hoping, and then for the second phase here, we're actually gonna be using, the Mind Square, mainly because the balloons are very scary and can actually just knock you out of your animate. Like if you get hit mid animation, you'll pretty much your spell will automatically go into cooldown, and you'll pretty much just lose the ability. Oh, that's not. There we go. Okay, that was scary. Yeah. So we want to actually use Mind Square just to make sure they don't hit you during the Magnera. Plus we want to make sure these birds, kind of want to hope these birds come over here and... Oh, no, we're fine. Because the birds, if you miss out on a lot of the birds, you will miss out on a lot of experience. And I did not get enough, so I do not need to go this way, I need to go the other way. The birds will actually make you miss out on a lot of experience. So, but I'm pretty much going to be just watching my levels. If I do not hit a certain, I think you have to leave here about 15. I think it is, like around level 15. So, currently our level is 11. Oh, I was supposed to also do something. That's fine. I can do the next one. So you do have to act kind of fast here. Okay. Got another pulsing crystal. It's not what I wanted. I just passed the thunder. Okay. That's really annoying. So that's like, that's 3? I believe I've already done. We need to do like 4 or 5 of them. So we need this arrow. We need arrow. We need cure, and we need thunder on. We just need them on for just one grind. We don't really need them on for any more than that. We just need them level 2 at least, so. Same thing with the magnets. We only need the magnets at level 2. We just need them so we can make certain abilities. Nope, damn. Dang it. Okay. Oof. This bird is making me lose all my D-Link. It's okay. Okay, I got at least one Shimmering Crystal. I got one confirmed Shimmering Crystal. That's all I really do need, is just one confirmed. So since I made that mistake trying to chase down that bird, we're gonna exit and leave, re-enter. That's gonna like reset our D-Link, which is the reason I'm going to do that. What's my level right now? 13? Oh my goodness. Oops. Oh my goodness. I went too slow. Okay, I got 2 confirmed D-Link. Okay, that's good. Come on, bird. Get over here. Oh my lord. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit more grinding here because I kind of need to. Because I'm missing out on some experience here. Oh my goodness, that's awkward. Right. So here, oh my goodness, can you turn? So this is kind of awkward. I gotta do this in a weird way because I accidentally reverted. Okay, what the heck? Bird, get off my case. Okay. Alright, that was really bad. Okay. So now that we've done that, we're gonna be doing a really big menu here. Oh, we got a magic haste, nice. Not needed, but nice. And I did get 3 fleeting hastes, which is very good. Magnira. I need my 3 fire res. We're gonna go out here and do 1 more grind. I promise. This is the last one, I promise. And the rest of it's on the way. We'll continue on the plot. I hit revert. I don't know why it didn't work. Alright. So that's the last RG grind. So on the way, we are going to be killing some enemies. So it's not fully... We're not fully done. Can I not... Why can I not, like... I don't know why these guys weren't, like... What? Okay, there we go. Okay, we're good. Alright, so this is Brig. This is the basic, the second boss of Radiant Gardens. Pretty much almost everyone except for Ventus has a second boss in Radiant Gardens. So this is Terra's second boss. He just kind of just teleports around. If you've ever played Kingdom Hearts 2, then you pretty much know who this is. Okay, I'm just waiting for... Okay. Okay, hello? I couldn't... It wouldn't let me... It wouldn't let me... Wow. He teleported on the last hit and he's just... Jeez, he was like trolling me so hard. Alright, so that was Brig. Like, I hit him, but then he teleported right out there, so he had iframes. Unfortunate. It happens. So, right here, this is the, this next world. This is the true Kingdom Hearts right here. We're coming up to here. This game is not an RPG. I know... It might come to a surprise to you. Kingdom Hearts is not actually an RPG. What is this madness? Yes, indeed, it is actually racing. Yep, you've all been bamboozled. This is actually a racing game. So this is the racing part. This is pretty much the mini game. Every person has a different mini game throughout the game, throughout the stories. This one is Terra's. It's the least, at least. If you ask anyone else, if you ask anyone, everyone says this is the least hated. Mainly because this one's not actually as bad as the other ones, but I mean, in a speedrunning sense, yes, it's not that bad. But I mean, casually, I hated this mainly because I just always hated anything racing as long as it, unless it was Mario Kart. Like Mario Kart was awesome. I love Mario Kart, but when it came to anything else racing, I just hated it. So when it came to this, I hated this minigame. I still do. I still dislike this minigame, but not as much as I did when I was a kid. Mainly because I know how to like get through it better and easier. So, those tornadoes, it doesn't matter if they hit you, as long as it's not the last lap. You can still win as long as you're super far ahead and still get hit by them, but it's just not preferred. The true Kingdom Hearts, I know, is the true Kingdom Hearts. The true nature of Kingdom Hearts is racing, is Disney racing. This is actually what I called this split, was Disney racing. Yeah, has been lying to you. Yes, Square has been lying to you this whole time. Kingdom Hearts is actually a racing game. Yeah. I also dislike the oh god, don't hit me. Ah, hit me. They're so far behind me though. I think I'm still okay. As long as one doesn't pass me right here. Yeah, we're fine. So if you lose, you have to redo this minigame. It sucks. Thankfully, we were so far ahead it did not matter. I was taking a drink there. It's some nice, refreshing decaf tea. This is sponsored by Nipton Kappa. Alright, so this is Olympus. So that this Keyblader here, I hope you guys didn't have very much attachment to it, because after this world we're going to be swapping it out for a better Keyblade. Oh, okay. Get over here. Wow, the one guy. The one little dude. Shoutouts to the little guy. Shoutouts to the little guy, Kappa. Okay, game. I definitely said yes. I definitely had that. Alright, so it's everyone's favorite part, the tournament. So these are pretty straightforward. Most of them we are going to be shot locking. Well, a few of them we're going to be shot locking. Okay, that's not going to be enough. Okay, hold on. I lied. So here, we're not going to actually be shot locking because it's actually slower. But it is going to be pretty, just real quick, very fast fights here. This one we will shot lock. This is the last one we're going to shot lock. Oh, that is not going to be enough. How am I getting these so few shot locks and still managing to get this? Rito, please. No, Rito. This is League of Legends confirmed. Dang it. Dang it. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, it worked. Never mind, it worked. Oh, 1 second. Someone's saying something. Need to share that one. I've seen the Terra run before, just the other characters. Yeah, I mean, Terra's actually the most popular, so that's actually kind of shocking to hear that. Yeah, a lot of these strats are, I believe it's like, Aqua's the second most popular, like, when it comes to the beginner at least. And then oh yeah, also this is just all this strat is. It's just you're literally just using Magna. Okay, so right here we're going to be. So we just got a bunch of fire boosts, and now we're going to take all those binding strikes, and we're going to put them we're going to put them together with some fleeting crystals, and we're going to make attack haste. Attack haste, pretty much. I keep trying to put shimmering crystal. Attack haste increases the cooldown on our abilities. So having 3 attack haste will make sure our fire surges here will come off of cooldown a lot faster than they usually do. So we have like 4 attack hastes here, so they're going to come off of cooldown very fast. Oh, snap. Alright, so this is Zack, or the mysterious soldier. I'm sorry. Spoilers. So Zac is very easy. We're just shot locking him to death. Okay, I kind of lied. We're not actually shot locking him to death because we can't get him fully down. But mostly we're going to. Just to stay hydrated, bud. Alright, so this is... Now we actually are fighting Zac. So, right here, we want to actually use this just to... Because Zac will always open up with that DM. Also, the whole reason we wanted Fire Boost is literally just because Fire Boost literally boosts anything fire. So that's pretty much why we wanted it. Boost anything fire damage. And that so that means even the Firestorm, the Firestorms, Fire Salvo, anything, like I said, literally anything fire. So, as you can see, I pretty much just melt things now that we have... 3 fire boosts. Also, here is... this is the Jelly Swarm. This is like I think... this is the second Jelly Swarm that we fight. There's 3 of them that we will fight in the whole run. This is literally just press X to win. It's not really that hard. It can be, but usually not. I've heard of people dying on Terra crit to that, but doesn't happen very often. All right, let's see here. So right here. This is a pretty straightforward strat. We're no longer going to be using. The D-links, mainly because we just don't really get them anymore. So it's mainly just going to be This is just mainly just going to be the strat of just using fire surges and using magni arrows. And we're looking for a magic number of level 20. Okay, I just died. Okay, oh, that's awkward. I just lost some experience there. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, I thought he did. Oh, he's almost dead. Okay, so yeah, we're looking for the magical number of level 20. Mainly because well, actually, technically 19 with like 300 something odd experience left. But mainly we're looking to try to hit around level 20. Okay, so there's a cool strat that you can do. It's kind of a sequence break. It saves a few seconds if you can manage to do it. But I suck at it, so I'm not gonna bother with it. I can't seem to ever do it. I think it might just be something to do with my controller or something. I always make a joke that my version, I just have a very special version, and it's just it just has this one specific this patch for me. It's called we call it Sydney Step. Sydney Step. Pretty much you go to the Cinderella and you do an enchanted step all the way up there, and you just skip this whole little cutscene here, plus all this having to jump up. Okay, and apparently I can't. So there's like the enemy right there that you can just lock onto for some reason. Not exactly 100% sure why, but you can. And it just allows you to just kind of use the enchanted step to just go all the way up there. Alright, so this is the boss. This is 221. If you ever watched the Lilo and Stitch series or movie, this is Sparky. Also known as Sparky. So we can get a strat what's called known as gunless. That's pretty much it's pretty much where Sparky doesn't go in into the guns here, and it looks like we might actually get it here if he just plays nice here. Oh my goodness, we got it. Alrighty, so that's actually very good RNG. We're actually coming pretty close. This is pretty much right here is the last world, at least last new world we're going to see through the rest of the run. This is Neverland. So Neverland's it's pretty straightforward. Hopefully at least it'll be pretty straightforward. Depends on my experience. We might have to do a little bit of grinding, but we'll see. Alright, so we're gonna do the same strat. Same strat, different world. And that was awkward. All my fire charges on. That's okay. Wow, they went really high in the sky for no reason. Can you? Okay, you're not gonna come down here. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna wait for you to come to me then. Yeah, the birds in this game are very trolly. They just like sometimes they'll just do what they want. They're just like, screw it, man. I don't feel like fighting you, so I'm just gonna F off over here. As you can see, okay, so we got level 19, which is very good, very good. So that means we need to do a little tiny bit more grinding. Actually, sorry, we need to this will be the last shopping trip of the game. So we're going to be just selling literally everything. Well, not exactly everything, because that would take too much time. But we just need enough money just to make sure we have enough for 3 more fire surges. 3 more fire surges and as many mega ethers as we can get. 13 is the number. And I just need to put on one last thing here. Okay. So on the way, we need to make sure we have about 3... what is it? 3 something. It's like 309 or something like that. So we're not quite there. But we do need just a little bit of greed. Okay. Okay, 401. Alright, and we're good. Alright, we should be there. Let me just double check. We'll just head over here real quick. There you go too. Alright, we're good. Alright. So now we're going to be going fighting pretty much the boss of this area. The true villain of them all. Peter Pan. The true villain. I'm going to put Peter Pan in his place. You can't stop me. Alright. We 2-round it. You can't... It's actually pretty it's actually impossible to 1-round that. You can only 2-round it if you have... you can only 2-round pretty much if you have 3 fire boosts. If you do not have 3 fire boosts, then you cannot 3-round that. 2-round that. You have to 3-round it. So here, we sold all our magnet ears. So what are we gonna do now? We're gonna use. We're actually use the D-Link. I lied when I said we weren't using D-Link anymore. I forgot about this. There's a lot of these guys. Oops. Yeah, Magnetar is just really good for taking out these guys. So, who dubs at kids like that? I know, right? Of course he's evil. All right, so this is why I call Neverland the never-ending cutscenes, because you have to skip a lot of cutscenes. I mean, to be fair though, it's more than just cutscenes from Neverland. It's also cutscenes from being on Destiny Island, but I do just like to call it never-ending cutscenes instead of Neverland. I also call Land of Departure Land of Cutscenes. Alright, so here we're going to go back to the Badlands, not the Wastelands, but we're going back to the Badlands, and we're going to be going to do pretty much one of the hardest fights. Pretty much the whole boss gauntlet here is probably the hardest part of the game. Alright, so we're going to be fighting, just like, this is probably everyone's this is probably the most infamous boss. This is Eriquis. This is our master, and we pretty much have to defeat. We have to defeat our master here. So I'm probably gonna be going kind of risky here, but he's actually being pretty nice though. So shockingly enough, might be okay here. Right as it say that, he goes for his Zandatsuken. Anything? So as you can see, no matter what we do, we're always going to get the Dark Impulse here. Okay, you're not gonna do anything? Okay, I'm gonna heal him. He's waiting for me, so he's waiting. Yeah, that's what I thought. He was waiting. But we're always going to get Dark Impulse here. Okay, he's going to DM. Oh, this is so slow. So this is the easiest one to dodge out of him. He can do 2 of these types of DMs. You hope he does this one and not the other one, because the other one is a kind of a fire attack and it's very annoying. Heal real quick. I'm gonna take it safe here. Okay. Oof, okay. Yeah. If you actually get stuck in that, you will actually take damage. If anyone's curious. So, I kind of got lucky there. Oh, come on. You blocked it. Come on, just a little bit more. Eriquis, just. All right. There we go. Gee, okay. Not sub 1, but I'll take it. We're not getting sub 1 today, but I'll take it. It's not a bad. It's not been a bad run. This still could. I'm not gonna get anyone's hopes up, but this might actually PB. This has a very small chance of PBing, I think. No, it doesn't. Actually, never mind. I take it back. Like I have to get like a really good. I have to get like a perfect boss fight. Oh, I thought I had less. I forgot to put on the fire surges. I forgot to put my other fire surges on. That's pretty awkward. I forgot to do the menu for that. I thought I had less fire surges. I also forgot to put my cast ripper. That's awkward. Okay, so these tornadoes. So interesting thing about the tornadoes here is if you have one chasing you, and then you go to up to a next one, to another one, and then to another one, the previous one cannot chase you. So time to reset. But yeah, the tornadoes cannot chase you. So if you just pretty much go next to one and then go next to another one, you pretty much are able to just skip the tornadoes because they pretty much end up resetting. Here, this is Venatus. Ignore Xehanort, he's next. But Venatus here is a giant jerk. Arguably, in my opinion, probably one of the most poorly designed bosses in IMO. Okay, we got what we wanted though. Oh. Come on, dude! How many times are you gonna teleport on me? Okay. That was actually a really good Venatus. Okay, so now we're gonna fight Xehanort. Now we focus on Xehanort. So this is Xehanort. Xehanort can also kind of troll you a little bit. I actually have a clip of him being on like one hit left, and him just teleporting around, and I just reset afterwards. It was pretty funny. We just called it GG Xehanort. We just okay. So let's see here. He's being pretty nice today. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely not gonna PB. My PB is like a 102.27. Or 102.20, and the next boss is definitely not gonna take 30 seconds. It's actually probably the longest of the two. Of the four. And the boss gauntlet. Mainly because you have to shot lock all of it. It all depends on how many actual hits from the shot lock do you get. Also, okay, so this is Xehanort. This is the final boss. So whenever we get to the final hit of this boss, we will be at the end of it. Okay, he just literally just... Okay, but he just blocked my entire... Okay, so I need a break here. He will use Curiga at least 3 times over the course of the run. We're hoping he does more. It doesn't do more. Whatever. That's Batman. Oh shit. My fault. I didn't mean to. Okay, he used 2. I saw him use 2 of them. So he's got 1. He's got 1 left. I wish you could take this boss out in 30 seconds. That'd be nice. Okay, I got it. Okay, time will be on the final hit of the boss here, which the final hit will be on. It'll pretty much flash when we hit him for the final time. Okay, I'm gonna hit you. Oh man, he hit. I might die here. I hope not. Okay, no, we're good. Alright, time is coming up here soon. Time!
Alright, final time was a 103.51.
Alright. That's actually a second slower than my old PB. like the PB like that I was running against yesterday. That's kind of funny. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I always have fun showing this off in marathons. It was a very solid run overall. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, this run is very easy to get into. If you're looking to get into Kingdom Hearts, I think this is arguably probably one of the most easier ones. It's more RNG heavy, but I feel like it's a lot more easier to get into. So if you guys have any questions, we do have a Kingdom Hearts Discord. I recommend joining it and just asking questions there. But other than that, whenever you're ready, Toko, I can go ahead and shut it down.
All right, so our next run is going to be Ori and the Blind Force. It's going to start off that block, so stay tuned. We'll be back with more action from Distance Our Cares. Thank you.